Hello again at Dungeons and Chronics. I just wanted to show you a little bit of, I guess, the results of the painting. This was something like honey brown and I couldn't find it. What was this color again? Soft suede. Soft suede, it's the closest. I mean, first of all, like I said in a few of my other videos, I don't play, this ain't for display or anything, I guess for you guys and for my enjoyment and my hobby. Hopefully one day I could get a group and a game session going on. If you're from New York City, Bronx local area, and you want to get a game on or try to do something like that, hit me up, I guess. We could probably plan something. But yeah, the paint job is pretty close. I thought it was gonna be a little off, but now that I'm doing these buildings and I'm looking at them next to each other, I'm kind of a little jealous, I guess, or I don't know, because the way this one is to mimic this design. But basically in these buildings, like when I build them and the other things I did was like an afterthought, like cutting out some of the bricks to make it look more ruined, cutting out the windows, this stuff, I had already built it and then did some of these things afterwards, so it looks a little wonky. And like being that I already cut this shape out when it was only cardboard, if you've seen in my other video, I'm sorry I'm not a tech savvy and I really don't know how to edit videos. Otherwise I would have made just one video instead of a few little smaller videos. And like name them or order them in some kind of order. So when I'm referencing them, or give the little X some people do when they reference their videos and it shows up. But I'm getting a little off topic. Just because I did this design before I structurally build it or put any bricks or any paintings, it just looks so much better that it makes me want to just do the whole design again and just not junk these or trash these, but just do a whole other build and shape it instead of having these squares, because it still goes with it, and it still looks fine, especially when I finish, when I cut these curves out and put the green but it still looks a little off because I didn't do it like this because I didn't want to, because I didn't like it. After I did this, I didn't really like it. But it just looks better, a lot better. And that is because I did these a few years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago. And I must say that my crafting skill has went up a level or two, maybe a half a level. But it just looks better. And this is what it is. You won't see this building again. I just don't want to give you a whole bunch of videos, even if they 5 minutes or 2 minutes of the same, build, same crap over and over again. So you probably won't see this building until I paint this gray, give it the gray and the light brushing of a lighter gray and stuff. And till I make this edge, and this here will be complete, painted to mimic this. If you can see a little better if I bring it closer. So once I get that painted, I went with the same exaggerated wood carving. I normally do it slimmer and a little more like wood. It's more cartoony. Hello, Edward. That's my mascot, Edward. Say hi. But yeah. So, yeah, next time you see this building, it should be totally complete. And I guess when I show you this, I'll show you a little update of the wagon I've been building. I took out the front seat. I didn't like the way it was looking, a little wonky. And I'm working on refitting it and putting the cloth drape on the back, if you've seen that video. I painted up the wheels, and I'm gonna put the stick for the horses and the strings for the horses. I'm currently thinking of an idea how to do that. But yep, this is the final design. I cut out all the access brick. Like I said, that's a page from Jeremy at Black Magic Craft. When he's bricking up a house, he just, whether it's triangle or whatever corner, he just throws the bricks, lays the bricks, and then whatever's exposed, you know, the excess, you know, you go with a nice sharp knife, slow and with a little bit of patience, and you just cut it out. Anything that was extra, I sanded down and kind of sanded this way to give it a little bevel. I kind of did the same thing here, and I went over it like with a pencil to just not leave it so wonky and give it a little curve or edge. But the paint is not exactly the same paint. Like I said, this is something like honey brown, and this is soft suede, but I guess you could see it, but you really, you know, it's not such a big deal. But maybe I'll paint these in this soft suede and see what that looks like. Paint a small piece and see if it looks better, or just leave it, because like I said, first of all, this is the inside. And second of all, even if I get to play with a party or with somebody or anything, it's terrain. It's not professionally built terrain. It's you know, homemade terrain from scraps. And I think it does the job. And from far away, like, you know, the point of Dungeons and Dragons is to have fun. You know, so you could play Theater of the Mind and you don't really need anything. Or you can have terrains and minis and, you know. I'm in it for the hobby, but I really trying to get a session going and play or DM one. I'm working on my own world building. I'll give you a little more details on the town that I'm working on and the families and the factions that are fighting and stuff like that. Just ideas off the top of my head, and you can use any of the information or names or locations that I make or any of these builds or any stuff. I really don't mind. I actually would appreciate it. And that's what I got for you so far. Enjoy. Have a good day. Have a good night. A good morning. Good evening. And get the crafting.